Listen, this message is for all the haters out there. I'm going to try to do something which is going to be very hard to do. I'm going to try to reason with you, and unfortunately, it's very hard to do that with haters. But I'm going to try. Okay. Would you agree? Okay, that before you criticize someone, okay, or insult them, that you should at least be in a position equal, or if not equal, above that person. Like, so let me give you a couple of examples, okay? So let's say you feel that I don't have enough money. I'm just giving you an example. You feel that, I'm a loser. But the thing is, if you have less money than me, I want you to think about this, right? So take a second and think about this. If you have less money than me and you're calling me a loser, then what does that make you? Right? A bigger loser. Okay. So before you criticize my life, which you constantly do on a daily basis, you really have to ask yourself, do I own a house that's worth almost $600,000? You have to just ask yourself that question that has like close to 300,000 in equity in it. Do I have $250,000 in cash? Do I have $250,000 in gold? Do I have a trust fund set up for my children that's worth over $500,000? Do I have $1 million coming to me within a month? Do I have a car that's paid for in cash that's worth $31,000? Do I have a portfolio that has a tremendous amount of AMC shares, GameStop shares, with a very, very respectable amount? Do I have an income, okay, that allows me to pay for $10,000 in monthly bills and $2,000 a week in food and entertainment? Now, again, you might say you sound like a jerk off. You're trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag. I am just trying to defend myself, okay? So, because a lot of you continuously hate on me, but the question you have to ask yourself is, do you have these things? Do you have any of these things, right? I don't even think you even have, like, just my car. Let's forget about everything else. Just the car that's worth about $31,000. I don't think a lot of you even have that. Like, meaning you do not have access to $31,000. So I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice, okay? Before you criticize someone, take a good look at yourself in the mirror, okay? And just say to yourself, what do I got? Okay. And then when you really, like, there was this movie, it was called The Never Ending Story. Remember? A trio. And there was Sebastian. Okay. There was this part of the movie where a trio had to look himself in the mirror. And they said this was the greatest fear that any man has to ever take in his life, because it's you see your true self. I think a lot of people live in like a make believe world, like Lou. Like Lou, he goes around, he convinces his brain, I'm a success, I'm a winner. And the thing is, it's all built on lies because he's a loser. He obviously a guy who has to steal $73,000 from senior citizens is not a winner, right? Okay, but it's called a mental projection of fiction. So it's like it's you're saying to yourself each and every day, I'm a winner, I'm doing well, I'm great, everything's wonderful. But then when you really take that second and you look yourself in the mirror and you realize, I have no house, I have no car, or my car is shit, or my house is shit, or I live in a cockroach infested apartment. I have no money. I eat romaine noodles. I can't afford food. I'm living like a bum. My life is pretty much a disgrace. Okay. So now no one is saying to you that your life can't get better, because it can get better. But it's certainly not going to get better when you insulting someone who's above you. Like, see, I wouldn't do that. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk off. Like, look, I wouldn't go to like Donald Trump and abuse him. I wouldn't go to Elon Musk. I wouldn't go to even someone who was like my cousins, as an example. I have cousins who are multi millionaires. They own their own businesses. They have like three houses. They're doing great. I would never criticize them because they're above me. You understand? So all I'm just trying to say to you, and I'm not saying, when I say above, I'm not saying they're a better human being than me. I'm not saying they're a better father than me. I'm not saying they're a better husband or a better son than me. I'm just saying they're in a better financial situation. So why would I criticize someone who's doing better than me? So do you see what I'm saying? If you're not in my league, stop criticizing me. Just stop it. Because you know what? You're making a fool out of yourself. You, you really, and you're delusional, and you're living in a make-believe land. And honestly, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you if you're making some fun of someone like me if you have nothing in your life. And it's really pathetic. And you should really strive to have a better life. Okay, with that said, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video is not legal advice, not an attorney. This video and all my videos are for entertainment purposes only, because that's what I am. The world's greatest entertainer. The one and only Apefather in the house, baby. Wow!